United States of America has many geographical and historical landmarks. Here are just a few that are known across the world. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from the people of France to the people of the United States. It is a symbol of freedom and democracy. She stands at the mouth of the Hudson River. She welcomes all returning Americans, visitors, and immigrants. The height from the ground to the top of her torch is 305 feet. The height of the statue herself is 151 feet. The statue was built from copper plates hammered onto wood frames, which were then mounted onto a steel skeleton. The Statue of Liberty holds a torch in her right hand and a tablet in her left hand. The tablet has the date of the Declaration of Independence inscribed on the front. The White House has been serving not only as the home to the current President of the United States, but also as a symbol of the President, his administration, and the United States and the American people for over 200 years. George Washington signed an act of Congress in December of 1970 stating that the federal government would reside in a district and thus began the construction of the new residence for the President of the United States. With 132 rooms, 35 bathrooms, 6 different levels, 412 doors, 147 windows, 28 fireplaces, 8 staircases, and 3 elevators, all encompassed by a beautifully constructed outer shell covered by 570 gallons of white paint, Theodore Roosevelt gave the White House its current name in 1901. The United States Capitol is one of the most important buildings in the world symbolically. It has housed meetings of the Senate and the House of Representatives for close to 2 centuries. Aside from being in active use by the United States Congress, the Capitol is also a museum of American art and history. It is estimated that anywhere from 3 to 5 million people visit the Capitol each year, coming from all over the world. From 1793, the Capitol building has been built, burned down, rebuilt, extended, and restored. Today it covers 175,170 square feet, which is almost equivalent to 4 acres. The Lincoln Memorial is a tribute to the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The memorial stands at the west end of the National Mall. The Lincoln Memorial stands 190 feet long, 119 feet wide, and almost 100 feet high. It is surrounded by 38 fluted columns, 36 of which represent the 36 states that were in the Union at the time of Abraham Lincoln's death. In the central hall sits a statue of Abraham Lincoln sitting in a chair. The statue itself is 19 feet high and weighs 175 tons. The original plans called for the statue to stand only 10 feet tall, but people did not want the state of the president to be minimized in comparison to the great size of the chamber. Construction began in 1914 and the memorial opened to the public in 1922. Millions of visitors come each year, and the memorial is the site of many large public gatherings of speaking, including Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. The Washington Monument is one of the most prominent structures in Washington, D.C. and the United States. The building of the Washington Monument was completed on December 6, 1884. The monument was built in honor of George Washington. George Washington led the country to independence and later became our first president of the United States. The monument is shaped similar to that of an Egyptian obelisk. It stands exactly 555 feet and 5 1/8 inches tall. The monument can be viewed from over 30 miles away. Mount Rushmore is a monument to 4 presidents who have made important contributions to the United States of America. These presidents' faces are carved into the side of a mountain in South Dakota. Mount Rushmore features 60-foot sculptures of the heads of former United States presidents, in order from left to right: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. The U.S. National Park Service currently controls the memorial and has since construction began back in 1933. About 2 million people visit Mount Rushmore every year. The Golden Gate Bridge connects San Francisco with Marin County in California. It was constructed during the Great Depression, so many view it as a testament to human strength. For many years, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. The Golden Gate Bridge was said to be impossible to build due to the large amount of fog, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and strong ocean currents, but it was completed in 1937 after 4 years of construction. 11 men died during the construction. The bridge is 1.2 miles long. The 2 towers stand 740 146 feet tall, which is 191 feet taller than the Washington Monument. The bridge swings 27 feet to combat the fierce winds of the Pacific Ocean.